Coming to you from parts unknown, it's Vance Capley talking comics, graphic design, and art. Sit back and enjoy tonight's episode.
Hello friends, Vance Capley here this Friday. It is beautiful outside. And we're going to do a quick comic review and an update on what's going on in the world of Vance Capley and art and stuff. Today's review is going to be covering these fantastic books. It's M.I.C.R.A, the mind-controlled remote automaton. M.I.C.R.A is about a college girl named Angela Griffin who becomes paralyzed by a neck injury. She volunteers to be the remote pilot of an android body called the mind-controlled remote automaton, aka M.I.C.R.A, created by one of her professors. When she's hooked up to the experimental machinery, she can see, feel, and hear everything the android does. Minus the heavy weight of the android can pass as a human. The involvement of the military leads to drama as she discovers that her android body does a lot more than walk, talk. It can fly. And when someone threatens her or it automatically retaliates with extreme force. These are fantastic. I don't know why this never did take off. I would say up front that they are PG-13 because of some of the content. But look at some of this art. This is from the 80s. And this has like a 70s Marvel sort of look to it, but it also has the 80s independent look. And this is published around 86. The artwork right here reminds me of like those ads they used to have in the 80s for like print ads they would have for clothing or stuff like that. And it's set in the future, and the like parts of the world are quarantined off, and there's like these people who are
Coming to you from parts unknown, it's Vance Capley talking comics, graphic design, and art. Sit back and enjoy tonight's episode.
Sorry for the interruption. That was my beautiful bride. Today is our 26th wedding anniversary. Anyway, we'll be going out tonight. And so anyway, so you have the world divided up into the people who live within this like dome area who have good health and are doing well. And then you have the people outside who are pretty much ragtag, living the ragtag horrible life. And the dome is attacked, and you know there's a lot of horrible things that happen, and the lead lady gets horribly wounded. And she goes from being a stuck-up, snooty lady into a paraplegic who's controlling the automaton, the M.I.C.R.A automaton robot body. And it has nice twists and turns. I really like this kind of layout right here. I really wish they would re-release these in color. You know, somebody come along and do a digital color to it and stuff. It's really good stuff. The artwork is very smooth. I really enjoy that. I like the duotone or zipatone being used here. This is really cool. It's just really neat stuff in here. The artist knows what he's doing. The layouts can be, the poses and stuff can be a bit stiff, like in this scene right here. But when you get to shots like this, or over here where they're, you know, getting into it, the movement is better. But like there's one or two shots like that where it's just kind of looks like an action figure posed or something. And then the covers, could you imagine this kind of coloring on the inside of these books? It would have been fantastic. I love this at the top. That is just great. If you get a Stanley recommendation, life is good. Come on now. As the issues progress, the artwork gets better. And you get to see more. There's M.I.C.R.A down there at the bottom. You can see she's more of a mechanical woman. Very reminiscent of Maria in Metropolis, the robot version of her, of course. And as you can see, it just gets better and better. The story is really good, and I don't want to give anything away. These are very cheap to find and very, very worth the money. I got these $1 a piece. So, I mean, look at some of this. This is great. I love that shot right there. It's just fantastic. And he does very good character faces. And there's, like I said, oh, and I don't want to give away too much of this because this is really good. And there's lots of twists and turns to it. My number 3 copy is not up here. I must have put it in the other box. Dang it. Oh, well, anyway. 3 is around here somewhere. But anyway, again, smoother. The artwork gets smoother as it goes. Look at this. Look at some of this. Some of the modern publications should look to some of these indie books from the 80s because they were done so well. And it was all done by hand. Look at that right there. That is fantastic. That character right there. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And I love this. This is so 80s. The blinds with light shining through. That is, oh, I love that. I just love that kind of stuff in the comics. And they do it several times in here. This book just screams 80s. Because there was always a fear of war and all this horrible stuff. Just really, really great. Don't want to give too much away. And I have number 3 around here somewhere. I just can't remember where I placed it. Just really, really good. Really, really. I'm going to keep saying that. Brother, I cannot pronounce your name, and I apologize. That is our story guy and our artist. And then there's our letterer and editor. And this was published by the Fine Folks Comics Interview. Published this way back when. Or was it? Published Fictioneer Books. Whatever. I mean, good gracious. The artist, Ted, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, brother, Boonthanaket. And I'm pretty sure I mispronounced it. I apologize. He's a little harder to pinpoint because he's all over the place, involved with many, many different projects. He's been involved with doing storyboards, tons of storyboards for animation films. My goodness. He's actually got to act in 2 things. And he directed a little short film. It's amazing where he was doing these comics, which were very much, as you can see, they're very storyboard-like. And we're going to skip ahead a little bit here. The action gets better and better with every issue. Shading goes crazy, and of course you have the shading of potted plants and junk. Again, another 80s thing that you would have seen is a lot of potted plants and in scenes with light and making these cool shadows and stuff. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, this is cool. The book is not boring. And everything I've read about it has been positive. I just really don't see why no one talks about this. This is one you should talk about. Oh, that is great right there. And that's a very sad part of the story, so I kind of skipped over it. Let's see. Yeah. So we're going to move on to the last part. And I'm serious. You've got to find this. This is just really, really great. And it always has like our story so far, so you get it caught up if you missed an issue. This shot right here is just outstanding. I love this. All the heavy shadows and stuff. Very reminiscent of like horror comics and stuff. Let's see. I love that. I really do love that. That's so good. Just outstanding. Outstanding stuff. This right here. Look at this. It's a great panel. Oh yeah, I like that. I like how they do that. Like shade something in the foreground to give it depth to the things in the background. Love this shot. There's just so much to love in here. I think that's really cool right there. And again, I'm trying not to show too much. I really think, you know, you should take a gander at it. Let's see. This is amazing. This kind of stuff's amazing to me. I love this. It borders lines on photorealism almost. I mean, you get that vibe of a real shaded out person. Of course, you can look and obviously see it's not photorealistic, but it get maybe that's not the word I'm looking for, but that is the vibe it gives. I love space helmet stuff. I love drawing stuff like that myself. This is cool. That is extremely cool. She has weaponry on her body. Kind of skip over some of this. And that, you know, this is just great. And apparently the first three books were collected as a graphic album.
Coming to you from parts unknown, it's Vance Capley talking comics, graphic design, and art. Sit back and enjoy tonight's episode.
And if you can find it, I highly recommend it. Now, let's go over here for a moment. And what do we have here? Look at this. It is Captain Zero, the special black edition. Only 100 will be made. When you buy it for 25 bucks, it'll be signed and it'll be numbered 1 of 100, 2 of 100, whatever it is, you get it. You'll also get a signed and numbered certificate of authenticity. They're both signed, they're numbered, matches your book. And it's going to be available at vancecaplayart.com. There's a link down below in the description to do this if you're interested. If you don't want to spend 25 bucks, which I understand completely, the book is $7.99 at LULU.com, $3.99 at Drive-Thru Comics, which is a digital edition. But yeah, this is pretty cool. So far, I've gotten really good reviews on Captain Zero, and this is completely different for me because I've never done a graphic novel. And that's going to be the cover to the black special edition. And then there's the back cover. Let's see here. Let's take a gander at... Oh, it's going to open up something else. Hold on a minute. You would think I would know how to do this. Let's see. Nope. That's work stuff. There we go. And this will be the ad running on this video and other videos I'll be doing over the next couple of weeks. So you get 3 things. 3 versions of this. One is digital. One is regular print version that you can get at Lulu.com. Or if you catch me at a show, I might have a copy for sale. And then the black edition. Only 100 will be made. Each one will be signed and numbered with a signed certificate of authenticity. It'll also be signed and numbered just like the book. It'll match it up. This is going to be, like I said, only 100 will be made. So, and it's first come, first serve. So as soon as they're done, it'll never be produced again. There'll be no more copies of the black special edition floating around in the universe anywhere. Produced by me, I should say. So, you know, you might find it used online or whatever. This is up for sale. As this video goes up, you see it on your screen. There you go. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And if you have a 80s comic book, that, you know, it's an independent. I don't care about Marvel or DC right now. An independent 80s comic book you'd like for me to talk about or whatever, you know, tell me down the links. Tell me down in the comments below. I'll take a gander at them. You know, maybe we'll talk about them on the show. Also, if you're an independent comic producer, independent, and you've got want to talk about your comic or whatever, if you'll send me a digital copy, I'll give a review of it on the show. I thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Go visit VanceCapleyArt.com. I'm available for projects. I have t-shirts and books for sale. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. Happy Friday.